Let's get right into this, shall we? Welcome back, everybody, to Maximus the Fourth. What I have here is an original bottle of Pepsi Blue from 2002. And then on this side, what I have is a modern day bottle of Pepsi Blue from 2021. A question that absolutely needs to be answered is, was Pepsi Blue from 2021 the same as Pepsi Blue from 2002? Today, I have wrote down all the ingredients of both Pepsi Blue from 2002 and 2021, and I'm going to break down to you guys exactly what the ingredients looks like on paper, share with you if there are any differences at all whatsoever in the things that are the same, if there is any. So let's get right into this. There have been people out there that have claimed that Pepsi Blue from 2002 was much better than Pepsi Blue from 2021. Other people have even claimed that they're not the same. My twin brother Parker Goodwin himself even noticed and claimed that they were not the same. And today we're going to find out if this is true. So starting with Pepsi Blue from 2002, the ingredients reads carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup and or sugars, citric acid, natural and artificial flavors, phosphoric acid, potassium citrate, potassium benzoate, and potassium sobrate, which both preserve the freshness of this drink, caffeine, gum arabic, and then there was also absorbic acid and calcium disodium, which is both chemicals to protect the flavor. And then, as far as the food coloring dyes went, there was blue number 1 and red number 40. Now let's read the ingredients from 2021. First of all, I have to give a shout out to DJ Glowing Ice. His amazing Crystal Pepsi next to Pepsi Clear video is what inspired me and gave me the idea to do something like this. So thank you, DJ Glowing Ice. I love you, man. Next up, Pepsi Blue from 2021. Ingredients. They read carbonated water, which is the same as this one, high fructose corn syrup, except this one says and or sugars, same thing. Natural flavor, different, because this one had artificial and natural flavors. Phosphoric acid, okay, same right there. Citric acid, same. Sodium benzoate, different. This was to preserve the freshness, whereas 2002 Pepsi Blue had potassium benzoate and potassium sorbate. Next up is sodium citrate. Caffeine, same. Gum arabic, same. And then blue number 1 and red number 40, same. Okay, now let's go through the list again, find out which the same and which ones are different. They both have carbonated water. They both have high fructose corn syrup. They both have citric acid. They both have phosphoric acid. They both have gum arabic. And they both have blue number 1 and red number 40. Now let's take a look at the distinct differences of Pepsi Blue 2002 and Pepsi Blue 2021. The first difference is that in original Pepsi Blue, it had both natural and artificial flavors, whereas the new one only had natural flavors. And so, not only the natural flavors, but the artificial flavors definitely gave the old Pepsi Blue much more of a kick and a higher dynamic taste. The next difference is that the original Pepsi Blue had potassium citrate, which was a very sophisticated chemical to just all around help regulate the drink and to give it a certain flavor. I'm sure that Pepsi Blue 2021 absolutely did not have. The next difference is that in the original bottle, it contained potassium benzoate and potassium sorbate, which were two chemicals to help preserve the freshness, whereas the new one, it just had sodium benzoate to preserve the freshness. So the original one had two chemicals to preserve the freshness, whereas the new one only had one, and the one that it had was completely different than the two that the original one had. And then the last major difference that the old one had, that the new one doesn't, was that it had two chemicals in it to help protect the flavor: absorbic acid and calcium disodium. Whereas the new one, it has absolutely no chemicals in it to help protect the flavor. It only has sodium benzoate to preserve the freshness, but it does not have either one of the chemicals or any of them at all whatsoever, just like the old one has absorbic acid and calcium disodium to protect the flavor. I can tell you that these two chemicals, absorbic acid and calcium disodium, that they made in the original Pepsi Blue was massive to preserve, to protect the flavor. I can tell you off personal experience that I can open this right now and drink it, and it would taste exactly like it did when it was fresh, minus the carbonation. So that's it, you guys. I have gone through the complete ingredients of the old Pepsi Blue in the new one. So at the end of the day, the question is asked, is Pepsi Blue from 2021 the same as Pepsi Blue from 2002? No, it is absolutely not. They taste completely different. And to be honest with you, Pepsi Blue from 2021, it is the imposter of what the original Pepsi Blue actually was, and it is absolutely nothing like the original one. Thank you guys for watching. Maximus the Fourth here. I am signing out. See you next time.